Okay, it's official. ChatGPT is writing college essays. DALL-E is being used to like make art. Is there any like creative medium safe? Photography? Photography's safe, right? So as part of 2023, I'm taking a photo a week, and I have 5 photos so far for 5 weeks. So what I've done is I've taken the raw files of these photos and popped them into Luminar AI, which is kind of like a Lightroom alternative. It does cataloging and like editing and stuff, but it also has some pretty cool AI features. I wanted to see how the edits Luminar makes compared to the edits I make, and I'm gonna let you guys be the judge. This is a photo I took, I think it was actually last Friday. So it was just this monumental fog, basically. So this was taking my G9 with my 12-60. All of these photos were actually. So yeah, this is Luminar AI. So we have templates here where we can kind of apply different presets and like that kind of stuff. But we're gonna go over here to edit. And we have our enhanced section here, which I call the iPhone-ination. It kind of does that iPhone effect. You can see there. So what we're going to do is we're just going to, anything that has AI, we're going to use a bit of that. So composition has some AI, and it actually has a button which will recompose your photo for you, which is actually the one I feel the most icky about using. So we'll give that a go and see. So it's just kind of cropped in the whole image, and it's placed the kind of apex of this curve here at our lower third point. And it's kind of aligned this branch here with our third as well. So I wonder if that's what it's basing its like placements on. It's interesting it shows that. If that is what it's using, it's interesting that it shows that branch there, not the big ball of light or that branch. But we'll press enter. So here's our recomposed image. Next one here is structure. So this feels like a use of like the texture, clarity, those kind of settings that are in Lightroom. So yeah, we want like a bit of structure. Now here we have the sky section, and I don't see it being able to do a whole lot in this image. It has recommended a few. Doesn't look like it wants me to be able to select one. So unfortunately for this image, we're not going to be able to mess with the sky. So that's kind of all we can do with AI for this one. In fact, we'll bring up a bit of the accent and enhance. And we can't do any sky enhancing. That's okay. And do we want to crank it all up? No, I'll just leave it there. So this is a photo of a bench in Ted Russell Park in Limerick. It's nothing particularly fancy, it's just a photo of a bench, but I had to get my weekly photo in. It was kind of Sunday morning. I was like, so we'll go over here to enhance. We have sky enhancer here, so we should definitely... Okay, it's just bringing down the highlights of it in the sky. Cool. And then we have this, which is just kind of, it's like decreasing the contrast a bit, kind of just bringing this stuff here into focus. Not into focus, rather, you know, just like bringing this stuff out a bit. So cool, we'll go over to composition, and I'm gonna guess that it'll either try and put that tree there to that third, or maybe actually crop so much that that's on the third line. Might rotate it a bit as well, because it's quite weird. So this is our cropped image. I think that's actually, let me have a look. That's a very similar crop to what I actually chose for the image. That's interesting. Structure. All the structure boosted. Sky. Oh, we can. Cool. I mean, if it thinks we should use the galaxy, let's make this look like an old Mac wallpaper. I'll be interested to see how it copes with the tree. At the edge of my seat. Not really a seat, but a standing desk. With the edge of my foot. Do you know, it did an alright job of that. It did a better job with that than I could have, if I'm completely honest. The robots win this one. With all like the, just around the tree and stuff, there's no way I could like have done this in Photoshop. Cool. Augmented sky. So this is for adding objects to your sky. And we have the galaxy already. Maybe a rocket ship. Okay, I'm actually not a fan of that, because it's like not that visible. Atmosphere. Fog, layered fog, and then add a bit of that. I'm actually not even completely proud of this image as far as images go. It's my desktop background at the moment, but I think I could definitely compose it a bit better. Maybe try and just angle my camera in such a way that the bin is in the middle there or something. And like, this is photo 4, edited by AI. This is my third weekly photo, and out of all of them, I'd say it's the one I'm least proud of. I took what I think are better photos than this, but I asked my girlfriend, I was like, hey, which one should I do for my weekly photo? And she said this one. Even though like the goals aren't like that particularly in focus and they're not doing anything that interesting, and like there's just so much noise. Like like the subject of this image is obviously the boat, but what leads you to it and all that kind of stuff, you know? So we'll go enhance. Sky enhancer. It's just darkening the sky. I'm gonna leave like only a bit of that just because it was putting some weird halo around the trees. That is a deep fried image. Let's go for a little bit. I love how the whole point of this video is to show like how kind of absurd some of these edits are. And then I'm like, no, we'll dial it back a bit. Yeah, I cropped the boat to the lower third. It is arguably a better, I think that is a better crop than what I actually did for the image. That is a better edit, I think. The robots win this round. Structure. Do like that. We can go out quite a bit actually. Let's remove some structure for this one. I'm not even sure what Boost is doing, so we'll leave that there. There's not much here in the sky at all. It's quite a plain, boring day. So let's just add bright blue sky 1. It's did something to the greens there, but we'll go with it. Augmented sky. No, it's had a flock of birds. More birds for the image. It actually placed them pretty well. I was like, oh, it's just gonna stick one on top of the tree or something, but no. Even that cloud actually is like quite good. Sphere, fog. Add a little fog. A lot of fog. Like a layer. Yeah, sure. Then here we just have some portrait stuff, and it's like not detecting a person there because there isn't. So that's cool. So that is image 3. So this photo here I took at Westfields Woodlands in Limerick. It was the first photo I took this year that was in Limerick, basically. Yeah, let's jump in. So enhance, a little bit in the middle. All right, composition. Yeah, just tightening in a bit, which is fair. I'm not sure if that's my shadow there or something from someone else. But I do wish I had actually like tried better to remove that. Cool, so we're cropped in. Structure. That's yeah. Boost, sure. Sky, yeah, there's no sky here. So this is that's as good as we're getting with this image. Finally, we have this image, which I really like. I like the couple there. The problem with this is I actually lost the raw file, because I edited this in Camera Raw and Photoshop and just exported this TIFF file. So I actually don't have the raw, and I'm hoping there's enough information here where we can process it a bit. I think because we're not doing any major adjustments to exposure, we should be all good. So enhance. And you can see here all it's doing is making like the purple and blues, and just it reminds me of for any of you that use Snapseed, there's an option where it's like HDR scape, sky enhancer. Okay, actually I kind of like that. That's very like, it's very Instagram edits, I feel, is what the AI is doing by default. Composition, I imagine it's gonna take out some of this negative space, which I probably should have done. Yeah, it's putting the point of that mountain on the third and putting that line with the top third line there. The whole image needed a crop, so this isn't that big of a deal, I think. Structure, funny story with this image. He was actually wearing a blue jacket at first, and the reason I put it into Photoshop was to change it to a red jacket. It just makes a little bit of a difference, I think, in the overall picture. Unfortunately, I don't have the raw file to like show, which is really annoying. Sky, see, I really like the sky here. We just like, let's go with like this one. Sunset Clouds 3. That's really impressive. Like, I know it's not doing a great job there and that kind of stuff, but, and I know it's probably like a radial mask from here that's like just putting out orange light, but like that jacket, which was blue, it's now that color, looks more, you know, that's pretty impressive. Augmented sky. Well, what this guy needs is a hot air balloon. Personally, I think it's a bit like obnoxious just there. So let's review our images next to my original edits. So I was joking around in Luminar and I took everything to the extreme with the settings. Obviously you're not going to edit like that. I might try another video where I do like actual edits in Luminar. because Luminar itself is a phenomenal editing tool. You can buy Luminar outright as opposed to Lightroom, which I think has been subscription based for a while now. So if you like this video, give it a like, subscribe too if you want to see the rest of my videos. I'm trying to do at least one video a week for all of 2023, so a photo a week, video a week. It's wild. Cheers.